I've been staring at the camera for 15 minutes trying to figure out how to say this, and I can't figure out the best way to do it, so I'm just going to go ahead and do what I can. I'm sorry to be the one to tell you if you don't already know, but Ben Quady from Bad Mo Barrels passed away a couple of days ago in a paragliding accident. To Cheryl and the family, we're so sorry. I don't know what else to say. I'm very, very sorry for your loss. Most of the people watching this are going to know exactly who Ben is. If you've watched the channel for any length of time or been involved in the home distilling community, you've probably had some contact with Ben or with what he's done, or at least know what he's been doing. I first ran into Ben on the Home Distiller Forum. He was one of the people that helped me get started and was kind and supportive and generous with time and suggestions and problem solving. He was one of the people that made that place much better than it could have been. I don't know how else to say that. The amount of information that he's shared and generously just given away to help other people, to increase knowledge, to increase ingenuity in the community is insane. And obviously, you know, he took some of that ingenuity and turned it into a business in Bad Motivator Barrels. From the very beginning of Bad Motivator Barrels, it became very obvious that he was doing it in all the right ways for all the right reasons, which is why, like, the very first time I had a talk with Ben and he explained what he was doing, I was 100% on board with it. So I know there's going to be a lot of you hurting to hear this news. I know that there's going to be a lot of you mourning the loss of an amazing person. If you've interacted with him, you know exactly how amazing Ben was, how friendly, how charismatic, how genuine is probably the best word for him. He was straight up, he knew what you were getting, and his love and passion for life and everything he did was just infectious. There's also, I'm sure, going to be questions about the future of Bad Motivator Barrels. To be perfectly honest with you, no one's really sure what's going to be happening right now. What we do know is that there's two very capable, awesome people, Christopher and Jeremy, who are going to be carrying on Ben's business, legacy, whatever you want to call it. Just know, please, team, that in a situation like this, there was so much knowledge, information, process, ingenuity stuck in Ben's head. And it's going to take a while to figure out all the processes, get in contact with all the contacts, and just give them some time to get this thing up off the ground again. I have every faith that they will be able to do so, and that Bad Motivator Barrels will continue to be as awesome as they have always been. Just be aware that it's going to take some time, team. I know it's crazy. Like, they've always been in such high demand because they are so awesome, and Ben had finally got to the point where he was about to take that next step to increase output. So I guess what I'm saying, guys, is your continued support of Bad Motivator Barrels would be greatly appreciated, but just understand that it's going to take a little while to get things ticking over again. The same goes for the Chase the Craft maturation sticks, which Ben was producing for us and sourcing material for us for. There'll be more information around that as it comes up. There's also been talk amongst a few other people that were in contact with Ben, that knew what he was doing, that understood how amazing he was and what he was doing, to create something that people all over the world that are going to be touched by this and feel a loss by this, a way that we can come together in some way to honor and remember what Ben has done and who he was. If you'd be interested in that, please let us know in the comment section down below. At the moment, it's looking like perhaps we will pick a ingredient, a process, a recipe, something along those lines that was special to Ben, figure out a way to allow people all over the world to be involved in it, and I guess probably most importantly, let each person take that and run with it and turn it into something of their own, which is exactly what Ben seemed to love the most in this hobby. He loved sharing information, he loved giving people a starting point and then letting them make it their own and turn it into their own passion and run with it. I've been talking to Alan Bishop about this. I know he's very keen to be involved. So yeah, I will let you know when we have a plan for that. I don't know what else to say other than I knew that Ben was an amazing person and that his joy and passion was infectious and that I was friends with him. It's kind of crazy to something like this to happen and for you to realize exactly how much someone means to you. So I guess there's a big reminder here to be appreciative of what you have in your life before it's gone. We'll miss you, dude.